Hey guys, it is New Year's Eve. If you're going to be going out tonight, I hope you have a great time. Just remember to be safe. Even when I was a big drinker though, this was amateur hour. Same thing with St. Patrick's Day. Very overrated days to go out and get blasted. Not a lot of good comes from it. But that being said, I wanted to make a year in review kind of video, but I didn't want to stretch it out too much, so I decided to do it all together. I'm going to be highlighting some of the favorite moments that I had as far as making videos and some of my favorite pieces of gear, and at the very end, I'm going to be showing you the rack of what guitars have made it through the end of the year and will be coming with me to start our journey into the next year of making YouTube videos. Now, I know a lot of people only watch this channel to see me review brand new guitars, and that's totally cool. So I'm going to tell you which guitar was my favorite new guitar of the year. This is kind of going to be anticlimactic, but it has to be the Wildwood Gibson Les Paul Standard 50s. I was really looking forward to that. It's not very often that I demo brand new guitars that are that expensive, and this one was something that I handpicked myself. I knew the exact specs of it. It was the exact weight. I wanted this, and I wanted it bad. And once I got it, it was kind of like the magic was right there, and it actually lived up to the expectations, and that's not always the case. So to me, that has to be my pick for my favorite demo of the year. There's not much more I need to add to that. I love that guitar, but there is one other demo that I want to mention and highlight only because I had so much fun making it, and that is a pedal, the Strymon Zelza. Now, I'm not a huge modulation guy. I wasn't before this year. When I ordered that pedal, I hadn't had a whole ton of experience with phasers outside of the green Boss one that I had many years ago. So when I got this thing, I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. I wanted to write a song. I had 3.5 hours to do it from scratch with all the instruments. And I was so happy with the result, and it wasn't like stressful. Sometimes when I'm making videos, I feel the time crunch. I know I have to get something done in X amount of time because I have other obligations or just I need to sleep. But with this one, everything just went so smoothly, and the pedal really inspired me in a way that I hadn't really gotten from a pedal like that. So my favorite gear pedal besides the guitar, definitely the Strymon Zelza. Now, I don't know if I've ever just come out and said this, but initially when I started this YouTube channel, the entire point was to be demoing guitars that I was going to be reselling. Now, this has afforded me the ability to demo all sorts of different guitars from all sorts of brands, from all sorts of manufacturers in countries around the world. So, with all that being said, my favorite guitar that I bought to sell this year is not what you probably think it is, and that would be the Gibson ES Les Paul Gold Top with the Bigsby. I love that guitar, and I did sell it, but that's not my favorite. My favorite is the 2020 Fender Custom Shop 67 Mustang. have a sweet spot for the Fender Mustang, and I still have this guitar, but I'm not going to be keeping it. It really is something that I bought to resell. I'm sticking to my guns here. You never get high on your own supply, and if you do, only take out little bits. You don't take out big chunks like that. So that leaves us towards the end of the video. Before I show you the rack and what guitars are going to be with us going forward, I just want to thank you. Seriously, I say it a lot, but I don't get tired of saying it because I really mean it. Thank you for watching these videos. Thank you for leaving comments. Thank you for letting me get to know a little bit about you guys, for interacting on the streams, really feeling like I'm building a small community of people here. I know people by their first names. It's really strange. We talk on Instagram, and I don't know, it's something that, I don't know, it was almost like a void I didn't know was there in my life, and it's now seemingly starting to be filled up. So again, I appreciate each and every one of you who clicks on these videos, and all that fun and sappy stuff out of the way. Let's look at the rack. And just to be clear, there are going to be a few exceptions to this rack rule, and that's going to be guitars that are not going to be sold for one reason or another. For example, the pink Jaguar behind me. That was my daughter's first guitar that I bought for her. It just kind of sits there as wall art, and whenever she wants to come into the room and play, we keep it safe up here and away from the dog. The Squier Stratocaster was my very first guitar. That's never being sold. The Dean bass, I don't really care for it, and it was given to us. I mean, it is what it is. That's technically my wife's. And the Spanish acoustic guitar has a broken neck on it. Again, I bought that in Spain though. I can't see myself getting rid of it. And the final guitar that's not going to be seen in this is going to be the Harley Benton that we just bought, the Telecaster. That guitar is going to be the family guitar. It's going to live in the family room. It's going to come out when we go out camping. It's going to come out to the beach, all that fun stuff. So with all that out of the way, let's see what survived the purge. Now, any guitar that wasn't on that guitar stand or mentioned before I showed it to you is in fact for sale. You can check the store's website, and that includes the Fender Hybrid 60s made in Japan Stratocaster. I wasn't kidding when I said I was downsizing, but it seems excessive even to this point. I can see the argument for that. However, I've had, I think, 33 guitars at one point that weren't all for sale. So to me, I found a very good core of guitars that I'm going to be able to use with this channel, use for myself, for my own music, for my wife's music, and just to help create in general. I'm super happy with everything I have. So with that being said, that's the end of this video. Thank you all so much for joining me on this first year of the Audiomo YouTube channel. I have no words. I can't believe anybody watches any of these videos. I say that every once in a while, but I genuinely mean it. So have a happy, healthy, and safe new year. For me, I'm just going to relax and end this video taking one last look at that guitar stand.